I'm super stressed. But check this out. I thought of this before I was going to go to bed. You ever listen to somebody practice music instruments, whatever it is? Like, you're just in a house and somebody's like in another room playing the drums, and they're playing a popular song, or at least something that you have heard or many people are familiar with. And you're hearing their learning process, and you're not really seeing much progress, right? And you're just hearing all their mess ups, and you're like, dude, why'd they stop? Dude, oh my God, they're doing it again. Like, it's like a 3 second song, and like at 1.5 seconds, they mess up and start from the beginning again, right? It's supposed to be like boom, cat, boom, boom, cat, and you hear them go, cat, boom, cat, cat, boom, cat, boom, boom, cat, 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 and you're like, it's supposed to be boom, cat, boom, boom, cat, or whatever, right? Or with a guitar, with a keyboard, or with a whatever harmonica, a harp, you know. And like, you're suffering, not that you know how to play the instrument that they're doing or whatever, but just as like a rhythm and a melody, and like, okay, I know how the song goes. I've heard it before. I can like hum it with my mouth. I can like beatbox it with my boom, boom, cat, with my mouth or whatever, right? But yet they're in the other room just practicing over and over and over again, and messing up and messing up and messing up and messing up. And this could go on for a very long time. Like, you want patience? Dude, the ads on freaking YouTube are like 15 seconds. I don't even know if they're that long. I tell you what, you're in the middle of something, and all of a sudden, one of those ads that you can't skip pops on, and you're like sitting there ready to click the skip button. And it's like, the video will play when this ad is over. And you're like, and then another ad pops right up. And you're like, really? It's a paid for one by like some big giant company where they can pay to not let you skip the ad yourself, or you can pay a premium fee for blah, 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 blah a month and no ads. Yeah. They're going to get it some way, right? But anyway, so you're like listening, and you're hearing them mess up, you're hearing them mess up, you're hearing them mess up, and you're getting stressed out because you're like, dude, I know how it goes. I know how this works. Like, no, you're supposed to play it like this, but yet you don't know how to play the instrument or whatever, just observation, listening and stuff. Eventually, it goes from a very stressful situation, just bearing with their mess ups and bearing with their consistently not giving up, right? So then you have to not give up on that person too. You're like, you know what? A week from now, you're hearing the same song being practiced, and you're like, hey, they're getting to like 2 seconds correct out of 3. Last week they were at like 1.5 seconds. That's all they could get consistently. A month goes by. They're almost to the whole 3-second song, and you're like, wow, they are getting it goes from like a to like a, yeah, they're getting it. And then it's just like, oh, dude, they broke their arm, now they got to play one-handed. Back to the drawing board. But yet that person is being consistent, and they're practicing, and they're causing you stress. And they're not doing it on purpose. They're trying, right? Bury you one another's burdens, right? I've got a place for your burden real quick. Tell you where to put it. No, but eventually they are successful at that 3-second song. And that 3-second song turns into a 6-second song. That 6-second song turns into a 60-second song. And eventually, they've got a whole symphony worth of and talent and stuff. But that process from like trial and success to this. I guess this is success. This is trial. Right here in between is a whole lot of gray hair. Blood, sweat, and tears. Headaches. Aspirin. Band-aids. Punches in the face. Broken glass. Stress. Felonies. But eventually, through the trials and tribulations, the success is possible. If they would have gave up the first time they messed up, they wouldn't have succeeded. The only time you fail is when you quit. I think, yeah, the only time you fail is when you stop, when you quit. I don't know how the saying goes. I'm shot. I've been up since 4 a.m. It's midnight. And I worked too much. But I had that thought before I was going to go to bed, right? It might be stressful watching somebody try to succeed and then seeing them fail. And they might continue to fail. They might continue to have failures. But the consistency in the failures is showing us that they have not given up. No matter how many mess-ups, they are dedicated, stubborn, hard-headed, persistent. They become negligent of failure. So, don't give up on people. You might have to distance yourself. You might have to look out for yourself a little bit more. And remain close enough, physically and emotionally, for support and love. But don't give up. Because, I'll tell you what, I was, and I will continue to be that person. Not only that was in the room, trying to perfect my skill with the music, right? And this is not about music. Music was my metaphor for this scenario. It's about not giving up on people. When everybody else says, dude, I don't even want to hear him play that music anymore. Like, dude, he can't even get it right. Well, you only stuck around for like a month. 2 years later, dude's got a Billboard top hit. Whatever, dude's got music on the radio. Dude's a music instructor. A couple years later, and like, what? Dude, teach me how to play music. Well, you ditched me like a month when I was learning and I didn't know what I was doing, but I wasn't giving up. But you just decided to tell me that I wasn't good enough and to give up on me. Like you didn't stick through the pain, the blood, sweat, and tears and the headaches and the whatever. So people become successful on their own time, not yours. Right? But they are not defined successful by your standards. They're standards. There's a book. It's called the Bible, right? All of us fall short. All right? It's full of hypocrites. It's full of real life trials and tribulations. It's not just full of hypocrites, though. I mean, there's people in life. Like, if we were perfect, why would we need a savior? Because we're not. So we need a savior. We're all hypocrites. And I am a huge one. I'm only 5'8", but I'm still a huge hypocrite. Hope you get what I'm saying. I'm babbling. I need to go to bed.